Hi there, it's Anthony, and I'm about to watch another episode of The Walking Dead. This is Season 5, Episode 3, Four Walls and a Roof, which I believe is the typical combination you would have for a structure known as a house or maybe any other building. And it's probably kind of hard to come by in this world, at least not one that is overridden by walkers and stuff. So, yeah. I wonder what this is going to entail and what adventures they're about to get into now. We know that Morgan is out there, and we know that the cannibals are out there. So who knows what they might run into next. And Bob is still with those cannibals. I wonder if they've eaten any more of his limbs yet. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing what all is going to go down. So let's go ahead and get into it. Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 3, Four Walls and a Roof. Looks delicious.
It's probably pretty stupid.
Eating that human meat.
Dangerous.
Oh, he sees his face with the walkers. That's a nice little shot.
Break. Sooner or later. When they start to starve, they eat their young. If the bear dies, the cub dies anyway. But if the bear lives, you can always have another cub.
That's actually some pretty sound logic, huh?
Can't wait to try her. I like women better. Most of us do. My brother Alex has.
It's like, you know, he has to know how crazy this sounds.
And
he likes it.
The extra layer of fat that women have, you know, for childbearing.
I can shut him up.
Isn't it like unhealthy to eat human meat if you're a human?
Bitten, you stupid
pricks. Ha! He had been bitten. That's what I was thinking last episode. Ha!
Because he was fun. Tainted me!
Shut up.
You eating tainted meat? Shut up!
You eating tainted meat. So that's why he was so sad last episode. Makes sense. Wow. Yeah, those guys really were just like, we're gonna take our cues from the walkers. If they like human meat, we can eat it too. But now all of a sudden they want to be all creeped out when they ate tainted meat. That was one of those shots where you just know, like, there's a jump scare coming.
I don't have anything to do with this.
Are our people?
I don't have anything to
Where are our people?
Please, I don't have anything to do with this.
Yeah, because the cannibals got Bob.
Why'd you bring us here?
Beth and Daryl went on. I mean, Carol and Daryl went on their own.
Please,
You working with someone? You'll burn for this. That was for you. Why?
This doesn't look good for Gabriel.
What did you do? What did you do?
Whatever you did, you gotta just tell them now, Gabriel.
Atlanta was bombed the night before, and they were scared. They were looking for a safe place, a place where they felt safe. You know.
He locked the doors to the church.
And it was so early, so early. And the doors were still locked.
There's someone outside lying in the grass.
Sasha.
No way is he still alive.
Get Bob inside. We'll take care of him.
No, they probably left him alive so that he could turn into a walker on them.
Help me.
Gareth said they drove off. How close, Gabriel?
Wasn't really that smart of them to bring Bob back. I mean, I think I know what their plan was, but
The woods from here due south of the graveyard.
We're not going anywhere without our people.
Your people took off.
They're coming back.
To what? Picked over bones? Not taking Do not lay hands!
Abraham.
Hey, stop! Now!
Abraham always just try to leave at the most inconvenient times for people to split up.
You stay just
We're in here and they could be anywhere. But we know exactly where they are.
Unless they change locations because they knew that Bob would tell them.
I'll give you that. Forgiveness. That's facing it.
I should forgive them? For hurting him? For trying to kill us? What the hell is wrong with you?
Sheesh. That's some heavy stuff. But yeah, forgiveness isn't for the other person. Most time it's really for you. What's about to happen? Something coming from the other side? Yep.
So there's really no point in hiding anymore.
I hope Carl can handle all them. Tyrese is there too, right?
We've been watching you. Martin's good friend Tyrese. Carl.
They've been paying a lot of attention. You gonna mention baby Judith?
Listen,
You
we
must
don't
be
know
chilling.
where you all are, but this isn't a big place.
To hear them say your name, hear somebody that's looking to kill you say your name like that. Just calling it out.
So let's just stop this now before things get more painful than they need to be.
Uh-oh.
I don't know, maybe we'll keep the kid. I'm starting to like this girl.
Wow.
I'll hit the hinges.
They were
Two
like,
guns on the floor.
oh,
Right to that office, so you lower your gun.
oh, how you feel? Hot. Yeah. Rick came out in the darkness.
Put your guns on the floor and kneel.
Yep. Rick and them are always one step ahead. Might as well just put a bullet in each of their head right now, honestly. What is even the point of delaying?
Still, you could have killed us when you came in. There had to be a reason for that.
We didn't want to waste the bullets.
Ooh. Whoa.
We used to help people. We saved people.
Well, I mean, like, used to is the pretty operative word here.
They came in and... You don't know what it is to be hungry. You don't have to do this. We can walk away. And we will never cross paths again. I promise you.
Yeah, sure. That's what you're saying now.
Someone's path.
Exactly. And he would not have said that otherwise if he was the one in control.
You do this to anyone. Right?
That's what he said to Bob.
Besides, I already made you a promise.
Oh. Yeah, yes, get him, man. Oh, they should have put the camera on him the whole time. They should have put the camera on Sasha stabbing that guy the whole time because he was so annoying. He been needed to die.
It could have been us.
It would have been. The priest is like, I'm pretty sure y'all just broke one of the 10 commandments.
This is the Lord's house.
Right.
No. It's just 4 walls and a roof.
Oh, title.
Nightmares end. They shouldn't end who you are. That is just this dead man's opinion.
Wow. think that's a pretty good opinion. So you're just playing. I still can't get over the fact that Carl had to do it to his own mom. It's good that Tyrese was here to do it for Sasha. This is also kind of a moment for Tyrese. Just in and out. Nice and smooth. Hopefully Daryl and Carol come back. Because they didn't, it would make all of it feel not even worth it for them, probably.
But it won't be all the time.
This better be Carol and Daryl and Beth. Hopefully. He just immediately went inside. Where's Carol?
Where's Carol?
Come on out.
Come on out. What is that supposed to mean? What kind of cliffhanger is that? Like, what is that supposed to mean? Come on out. Like, what is about to happen? I feel like there's so many different things. Like, it could either be Carol, it could be Beth, it could be Carol with some type of, I don't know, like, you know, like she got some type of grave injury or something, and so that's why they're holding off on showing her immediately. Like, what does he mean? Come on out. Is it could it be what's his name? Morgan? Like, what does he mean? Come on out. There wasn't anything on this one, but okay. Interesting. Well, yeah, that's a pretty interesting ending. Really has me looking forward to seeing exactly who Daryl was talking to and what is about to come on out. Because it's definitely not just going to be Carol. You know what I mean? Like, at least not Carol, just regular Carol just walking out. Either it's going to be Carol and there's going to be something different about her, or it's going to be Beth or something. Because what if it really is just Carol? And at the start of next episode, Carol just walks out and they're like, oh, okay, cool, there's Carol. And they just continue on. I'd be like, what was the point? But that's why I'm sure it's not just Carol. It's something that, you know, warranted putting like this big cliffhanger here. So, I'm excited to see where that is headed. All right, another great episode. I really love the pace that things have been going so far this season. Like, they're not wasting time. They're not just sitting around, you know, fiddling their thumbs or anything. And I mean the writers, I guess, in this case, by just having a lot of, you know, random stuff happening to drag things out. Like, these Terminus people, they're already dealt with. Like, that almost seems like the kind of thing where you might almost expect them to stretch that out over the whole season, like they did with the governor, and have them be like the big bad, and they're constantly vowing for revenge against Rick and or something. Like, because I was kind of worried that they were gonna somehow manage to escape that church, and because I was really sitting there thinking, like, if these people manage to make it out of this church alive, like if Rick and, you know, his crew doesn't kill everybody right now, there's just no way that can happen without it just making no sense at all. So I was very happy that happened, because otherwise I'd have been like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's too perfect. They have them. You cannot mess this up. But also, it was just satisfying because those guys were so annoying and mean and evil. Like, they were great characters though. They were great characters because of how much you hate them. Like, they probably were some of my favorite villains yet. Like, I mean, Gareth, like that guy, he's one of those people you love to hate, because, I mean, he was entertaining to watch, honestly. And it seemed like he knew how sick he came across, and he just leaned right into it. So, I mean, like, sometimes it's cool when a villain is like, yeah, I know I'm the villain and I'm gonna be super sick and creepy about it. It's fine because I'm the villain. I'm out here eating people. So yeah, I'm gonna eat you in front of your face and make little jokes about it. Like, I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool of Gareth. But of course he died, which was also pretty cool and satisfying. So did the other guy, whatever his name was, that was in the cabin with Tyrese. Like that, I'm so glad that guy got killed too, honestly. Like, I mean, these are just straight up, they were just horrible people, basically, you know? And I mean, they would, no doubt about it, have killed Rick and crew. So it's one of those things where it literally was either them or them. So to me, it doesn't seem like there's any question whether or not whether there was anything wrong with them killing them. I know when it happened, it did kind of come across kind of like, you know, gruesome and grotesque and like, whoa, look at how far the group has come. But it's like at the same time, some of that is just, it's what they need to do now. Like, I love the fact that this show doesn't feel too much like these people are, you know, repeating the same mistakes. It feels like they are learning as things go, which is really exciting to see and kind of refreshing because you tend to not see that a lot of times in TV shows. But it feels like, especially like, you know, these last like you know, couple seasons, maybe like season 4 and some of season 3 too. Like it's been cool to see how they've been really learning and progressing and just getting better and becoming a well-oiled machine and really being a force to be reckoned with. So that's pretty exciting. Like, I mean, they're not just these bumbling around people that are just accidentally, you know, surviving and staying alive. Like, they have a system and they do not play around. Once somebody does something to them one time, they're not allowing it to happen again. So that's been good to see. Sad to see Bob go, but I thought it was a really nice ending for him. They definitely got a lot of mileage out of it. They allowed him to, you know, be his optimistic self one last time. You know, nice little quote about, you know, nightmares end, don't let them end who you are, or something like that, which was pretty cool. You know, that last Sasha, it even got to be a little bit of a moment for Tyrese when, you know, he had to put the knife in his head and everything. So they got a lot out of that. And, you know, it felt like it was one of those things where he had already been bit. So for him, everything since he's been bit has been the beginning of the end. And, you know, he was still managing to find some ways to find some positives in it, I guess. Even the fact that he was tainted meat, which was just so hilarious. I don't know if that actually would have had any effect on them at all, but you can understand them being paranoid about it. And either way, now they'll never know because they got killed. Hooray. But anyway, yeah, I liked how Bob ended up going out. And it was probably one of the most, what would you say, satisfying character deaths. Of not satisfying, but like it feels like a lot of them have been so, like, you know, abrupt and quick and just like, no, what? And I mean, obviously that's good when it happens too. I love it when that happens. But sometimes it's nice to really just have a nice moment come from it. Like, yeah, he died. That is sad, but at least there was some optimism with it. Sasha got to spend the last few moments with him, unlike Tyrese did with, you know, he didn't get to with Karen. So it was a lot of happiness or optimism around it, even though it was still sad and bad. But, you know, so it was a nice death in that way. And it's good. Hopefully we know what the priest was hiding now. It turns out it was just something he was guilty about. He felt guilty about, but it looked like the rest of the group really didn't care. They were like, well, that's kind of, you know, underwhelming. That's disappointing. We thought it was some people after us, but that doesn't help us at all now. So now we're back to square one. But luckily then Bob showed up a few seconds later, I think. But yeah, so I guess that might be it with, you know, what he was hiding, but I'm sure there's still more to come with this priest. And then that ending. I don't need, like I said, I already kind of talked about it. I don't know what's going to come. It's either going to be Beth, Carol in some other form, or somebody else completely different. Who knows? But they've got something coming. So yeah, I'm enjoying the season so far. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and head over to Patreon for the full uncut reaction way ahead of the YouTube schedule. Until next time, I'm Anthony, and I'll see you all later.